Good, because we're going live. Yeah.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Fuck it,
Forever
we're
and
doing
ever.
live. Fuck it.
I just figure it's like a, and nobody's gonna watch this shit, right? Nobody's ever gonna watch
Probably not.
it.
Yeah, it's more for us.
I just think I always felt that once you get more people in there, I feel like obliged to. I don't know.
I think what you mean is like we feel obliged to let them take the conversation where they want to take it.
Yeah, because it's like I have no idea why, because there's nothing stopping them doing their own hangout, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It feels kind of weird sometimes. Like,
yeah, I mean, we kind of when we were talking, we were like saying very more personal things about like your background, but when there's 6 or 7 people in the hangout, you can't be talking just you for 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I don't want to. Yeah, I always feel like I don't want to take the conversation over.
Yeah, I don't like. I know I talk a lot, and I don't want to ramble on too long if there's 8 other people in there, right? So I kind of you want to talk, but you have to limit it to something really fast.
Yeah, and I think there's another thing as well. Like some people just want to get into a hangout just to be in a hangout and then not say anything.
Yeah,
and
I kind of want to slap
that with Devon's hangouts, man. I'll try and vet these people, and they'll come in and I want to say stuff, and then they'll get in there and they won't say a damn fucking thing.
Yeah, in the last hangout there was like 3 people who said nothing.
Yeah, I booted those.
Yeah,
I booted all of them. Like once Logic and his wife got in there, it's like fuck off, fuck you.
You mean because once Logic was on there and he had something to say?
Exactly. Anybody who has something to say and doesn't just not necessarily just take over the mic, but that's not what I'm looking for. Just have something interesting to say and say whatever you're saying in an interesting manner. If that's not too much
I wonder if they're scared to actually interrupt people and things like that. Is it that, or is it that they just want to kind of be present in the hangout?
There is some of that. It's that. Like I got a lot of comments when I was after that debate that I had with Josh, that people who didn't like me and thought I was like being condescending and stuff, but from the comments that I read, they were saying, well, if you want to be in a debate, Josh, you've got to be a lot more hard-headed. You've got to be a lot more. I think it was ass-hattedness. Like you've got to be you have to be.
People were messaging him.
No, these were comments that were left on the debate video.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
Just saying, Josh, if you want to be in a debate, you've got to be like a bit more of a dick, basically. If you want to get your edgeways in, if you want to speak, if you want to get your neb in, you've got to speak up. And fuck, there'd be so many times when I was talking to him, and I would talk to him, and it would just be dead air. It'd be like, for 5 seconds, I have to say something now. You do understand what I'm saying here, Josh? You do understand what I'm saying here?
Yeah. Like I see what you mean. Like Josh, like he makes his videos and he talks to the camera, but it reflects a lot on the intelligence of a person when they're live with someone, they're talking about a subject and how much they can really contribute at that moment. Like, do you know these statistics up front? Do you have personal experiences to talk about up front? Do you have your own ideas right now? And in a live hangout, that's going to reflect.
Yeah, and I think what a lot of people don't realize with that though is that I'd never done that either. Now he'd done it once before, and I had been in a hangout before, but I'd never been one-on-one. I'd never been like arguing with somebody, ever. That was the first time I'd ever done it.
But you mean it's the first time you had done it online?
Well, I'd done it in person before.
Yeah, well, but that's the thing. Like you have. I don't know if Josh has actually debated or had real serious arguments with people in person. Even, do you know what I mean? Like he seems like a very I don't know if he moves in very intellectual circles.
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that he does. He might do. He might do. I don't want to discredit the guy because he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah,
if he wants to come on this hangout, he's welcome to. He'll never come on.
Is anybody listening?
I don't know. Let me have a look. I don't know. This is so like off the cuff.
I haven't tweeted or anything. Should I tweet it out?
One person. We've got one viewer.
Do you want me to tweet out the hangout?
Hell yeah. Well, I'm gonna do at least half an hour.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about like what we were getting into before we were so rudely interrupted?
You mean what did I call this?
Well, I
Interrupted.
had just
There we
asked
go.
you about your experiences in your
Yeah,
hometown,
we talked about
and I didn't hear even one story.
yeah. I mean, when I was living in England, I had no problems whatsoever, until I was of the age of 16 or 17, and then you, well, I mean, basically, I had no problems at school at all, really, because I knew like two Muslim lads when I was at school, and this is 1986, 1985, or whatever. And but by the time I'd left school, I still didn't know any Muslim or Indians or anything like that. But when I got into my work life, I knew plenty of them. But these were like you're talking third generation Muslims in England, and my personal experience of dealing with Muslims compared to Indians or compared to Chinese people or whatever, Muslims always felt way worse. They were the worst people to deal with, because where I worked, it was not directly on, but it was connected to the what we would call the red light area of Bradford, so where the prostitutes would used to hang out. And what you would find is that usually on a Saturday afternoon when the football was on, you would get whoever, whatever clientele this prostitute was trying to get, and occasionally they would fall into trouble and they would run from Lum Lane. If anybody's listening to this, they can Google Lum Lane in Bradford, and they will know that it's the red light area of Bradford. Okay. They would run from the prostitute would run from Lum Lane and run towards our place of business, which was a place of safety, and the pimp would always be a Muslim guy. And this was back in like 1993 or 1994. So we were kind of used to it. It wasn't like a big deal. It wasn't like, oh, all Muslims are pimps or anything like that. Nobody would even think it. But as time went on, you would eventually realize that if a prostitute was in trouble of domestic abuse or whatever, not domestic abuse, but abuse generally, it would be a Muslim pimp that would be doing it.
And you were conscious of, I mean, but this was like this is something you were conscious of at that time, even. Like it was like, it's probably going to be is probably Muslim, the pimp or something like that.
Well, you wouldn't think it was a Muslim. You would think it's a Paki.
So it was more national than religious oriented at that time.
Yeah. It was like, if it's a prostitute, she's going to have a Paki pimp, and that's the way you would think. It's not, and that's not a racist. It wouldn't be a racist thing to think. Just
it was just
meaning Pakistani.
Kind of norm.
Yeah, it would be somebody who isn't white. And I'm not saying that there isn't a lot of that shit going on in Bradford, because there is.
And even when you say Paki, it doesn't necessarily mean someone from Pakistan. It's more like some more general term to like anybody who
a brown person. It would be a brown person, yeah. But, from a dumb perspective.
Yeah.
But I would be working alongside people from India who would say that's a Paki. So I don't really know where that
Paki in England, because it's not a term like that I'm too familiar with, but it is considered offensive. And
oh yeah. I mean, it's considered like a racist term. But then but my point is that I would be working alongside Pakistanis and Indians, and you would have Pakistanis calling Pakistanis Pakis, and you would have Indians calling Pakistanis Pakis. It's very confusing because they would use it. You have Pakistanis using it as a derogatory term to their own race, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Chris Rock did that stand up about.
Go ahead.
No, it's like when Chris Rock did that stand up about there's black people, but then there's like the N-word.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, and that's what you would get in the mid 90s. You would have these upstanding Pakistani citizens going, they're fucking Pakis, and that's like black people saying they're niggers. It's the same fucking thing. It's like these are the people that I don't want to represent my race.
Yeah.
In this minority that I'm in, I don't want that person to represent me.
Yeah.
You would see that all the time.
Yeah.
All the
Like there'd be a huge difference if this person was from Pakistan, but they're in a suit, they have a good job, and there's
exactly.
like,
it's like they've never been a Paki fucking stan in their lives. You know what I mean? And they would call them a Paki. Like
so yeah,
it'd be a Pakistani person saying it.
Right.
But
no, it's so and like go on from that. Like you use like the
yeah. So
what else goes like from that?
Well, I mean, I used to have Indian friends. Obviously, I don't now. You know, I'm talking when I was living back in England, but we used to go to an Indian wedding, which would be like a Hindu wedding or whatever. It would be an amazing event, absolutely fantastic. You know, you'd start off in the morning at 11. You go to the, you know, you go do the wedding and stuff, and they'd be pinning money on them, and it'd be. I don't know. It'd just be an amazing experience, and then the food afterwards, and everybody was really friendly towards you and really accepting. Not, you know, just because you're a different color, they don't give a shit. You know, they love you and they accept you into their community and stuff like that. But I never had that. I'd never ever been to a Muslim wedding. Not once for all the years I lived in Bradford.
Even though you knew Muslim people?
Yeah, but they don't want you to be part of that. That's like a separate type thing.
Really, that's interesting.
But Indians are like Indians, no problem whatsoever. They want to accept you in there.
Oh, that's really interesting. So you knew Indian people, and you would get invited to their weddings. They had no problem with that. But if they were Muslim, you'd never be invited.
I've never once been invited to a Muslim wedding.
It wasn't for lack of knowing Muslim people or having Muslim friends.
Not at all. No. I had Muslim and Hindu and Sikh friends and turban wearers and everything you can imagine. And nobody, I don't know, they want to separate that part of that life from you, I guess. And then it does create like a rift. You know, if you want to be friends with a Muslim person, especially like a male Muslim, which is obviously what I would be interested in being friends with. Same as I am in America, same as I was in England. You try and be friends with, like if you're a 35-year-old female or a 25-year-old female, you're gonna try and attract people of your peer group, right?
Yeah,
I think that's a normal human thing to do. And if you try and do that in England with Muslims, it's not going to work. It just
mean like try to attract people of like they might be your same age, your same gender. They might live close to you, but if they're Muslim, it's not gonna really work out.
No, you won't even get to the first base, basically.
I had a you know, that's something that kind of surprised me when I was in the U.S. when I went to college in California, because I'm an extremely friendly person. I didn't just have a lot of friends. I practically knew my entire university. Like I would walk down the campus and just like everybody knew me.
What a surprise!
Because I'm just friendly. I really like talking to people. I'll just stand next to somebody in a line and I'll get to know them and exchange numbers with them, guy or girl. It's not like I'm like even picking them up. I'm like, if there's a guy next to them, I'll talk to them. Oh, come to my house, hang out. I'm having a party. Come over, some shit like that. I'm really friendly to people, and at that time even much more. Like now I'm
like that. I'd be like, fuck off.
well, at that time it was like, you know, I'm in college, I'm throwing parties all the time, and I was like, oh, I'm having a party at my house, you should come, something like that. But the thing is, you know, I had friends of like all races and everything, but I did find it very difficult to become friendly with Black people. It was not for a lack of wanting to, like I was friendly to, I think, as much to them as anyone else, but it was very difficult to become close to them or get friends with them. They were very closed off. It was like all the Black people would hang out together. So
I kind of got that a little bit when because when I first got my job, I lived in Fort Worth, and there was one Black guy there, Micah, and I'm still friends with him to this day. But it was very difficult to get to know him. It's like I don't know, and he's not racist, but a lot of his friends are towards white people.
Come to think about it, the only like Black people I did become friends with, usually their friends are not Black. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
That person would hang out mostly with people who are like white or Latino, and like they're like the Black person in the group, and then they're more open to it. But if it's like their friends are all this black crowd, it makes it really closed off.
Yeah, I mean, my friend back in Fort Worth, he has a lot of black friends, but he works for the same company I do, so he has to have friends other than black people, I guess. But I don't think that's the only reason. I mean, shit. I mean, me and him get on just like brothers, and we get on really well. But I don't know if he's just friends with me because he has to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which does bother me. It bothers me. I just think, are you just friends with me because you have to be there, just because, even though I'm white, type thing, And I experienced that black racism a lot more than I do white racism.
I mean, that's I could say the same thing when I was in university in the United States. I mean, when people talk about racism, I was in a way majority white area, rich majority white area, Santa Barbara, very upper class, mostly white. And I'd say the most of the racist experiences I experienced came from minorities, black or even other Latino or Asian a lot. But with white, like I honestly, I can't even think of an experience.
I haven't. I have experienced it quite a lot. I mean, I've experienced it with black people towards me. Like, because I've worked in a customer experience, like customer service type, dealing with the public thing for 2 or 3 years, and having to deal with people of all genders. The only racism I have experienced is when I've had a black person come up to me and say, "I don't want to deal with you because of the color of your skin. I want to deal with somebody that's of my color," and that would be completely accepted. It's like, yep, that's fine. We can get somebody who's black to deal with you. And imagine that if it was the other way around.
That's something that I feel like
I ain't talking to you because you're black. Fuck you.
I mean, you're white, but I wonder, like, I haven't heard this really addressed too much when I hear these social justice people or black people say, oh, only white people can be racist. We can't. I was like, I think about my experiences, like, well, if I'm from Chile living in the United States and I have a racist experience with an Asian person or a black person, according to them, what, that isn't racist? That's reverse racism. It's not, there's no white person involved here. What is this?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it is racist, but they're telling me it's not.
Yeah, it screws the whole agenda up.
Right. It just doesn't work out in their kind of black and white worldview.
Yeah, and it annoys the fuck out of me. That is one thing that I'm really stridently against. Because it's not going to do humanity any good at all if we continue to behave like that.
I mean, the problem I have with this, with the whole thing of like the things that Devin addresses and things like that, is that I was brought up by extremely open-minded parents. Like, my parents are still, like, when I think about all the people I've read in books, watched on TV, met in person, my parents are still probably the number one least prejudiced people I've ever met against anyone. I've never heard my parents say anything remotely racist in their lives. And
that's because they are not racist.
Yeah, but the thing is that
they're just not racist.
But because I was brought up like that, extremely not racist, it bugs me equally as much when I hear racism against white people. And so for some reason, like, I'm supposed to feel bad or kind of like a traitor or Uncle Tom about this. Like, no, like, racism bugs me in all instances. Sexism, the same thing with the radical feminists, is like, no, like, it's never okay in my book. But for some reason, this is considered now like I'm kind of off on like what I'm talking about now.
Yeah, it's like, all those things that you thought were right are somehow skewed a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's shocking that it came to the point that racism went from being a bad thing to no. There's some racism now is okay. The racism against white people, that's now acceptable, and a huge quantity of people hear that and they're like, oh yeah, we agree with that. Like, to me, it's shocking. It's shocking. That's one of the reasons. Like, I at least haven't heard Devin say anything that I would qualify as racist, but I understand what he means in the backlash that it's not okay, this racism against white people, and I feel it's not. It's just, to me, I'm an absolutist when it comes to being against racism and sexism, completely, absolutely against it. I don't tolerate it against for black people or against anyone. Yeah, it's never okay. It's just never.
Yeah, I think the main thing that Devon tries to drive home is that everybody should be held to the same standards. Doesn't matter what color of skin you have. You know, if you're committing a crime or if you're doing whatever, who gives a shit what color skin you have? And and it's that paternalistic racism that, you know, really fucks me off. You know, why should black people be held to some ridiculous standard that white people are not? Or any color skin, it doesn't matter. I mean, it drives me mental.
It's so condescending, and it's like, because that offer of, like, not just black people, but the offer to what they call people of color, saying that you don't have to be racist, is an offer being made to me. They're saying, "Oh, Lalo, guess what? You're never going to be racist. You can be as racist as you want against white people, and we'll never qualify it as a racist. Aren't you happy with the situation?" No, I'm not. What the fuck? It's like, it's not okay for you to tell me that I can't be racist. That is a ridiculous and it's dangerous.
Yeah, because we're going to hold you to a lower
people like can't be racist.
Yeah, and it's I mean, as far as a global community thing goes, it's never going to do anybody any good.
No. Because again, you're accepting racism on a certain level.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to hold these people to a different standard. You know, they've got poverty, they've got this, they've got mentally ill and abused dogs or whatever. You know, and it's just, I'm not going to stand for it. It's bullshit. And regular, normal, upstanding members of the community, no matter what color the fucking skin they are, will stand up and say this is not right.
I mean, and I think, like, possibly. It is better when someone who's not white and not from the US, like myself, comes out and says it, because they can't that easily throw white supremacists at me.
Yeah,
they try. They still do it.
It holds a little bit more weight, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they just look more ridiculous when they call me a white supracist. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
But they do try. I do get called that, which is amazing.
I see all the kinds of shit that gets thrown. But it's not. I don't even subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Like, I won't even stand for that. Like,
you shouldn't. You absolutely should not.
Yeah, I don't care what color you think my skin is. Just because I'm white, so what? That shouldn't lower my argument to anything that anybody else should say about any color. You know, I've got many experiences of living and working with these, you know, many different colors of people, and I don't see it as any kind of barrier. I don't. But people will put these obstacles in your way. Of, you know, when it comes to prejudice and race and things like that, people want to put these obstacles in your way these days. Where
I mean,
20 years ago people were trying to get rid of them, and now people are trying to put them back there.
Well, and any truth that's said from any person is true, no matter what the color of skin of the person saying it, or their nationality, or their gender, or their religion. It's like, if it's a truth, it's a truth. It doesn't cease to be a truth if you're suddenly black.
Yeah,
or white.
You know, yeah, and if you talk about, like, the black crime stats in America, suddenly you're a racist, but just by stating that fact.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that's shocked me a lot from the debates with Devin. I mean, the first debate Devin had with this guy Josh, like, at some point he said, like, the stat I stated is accurate, and he's like, and Josh said, yeah. So what's the problem? He's like, well, you didn't explain why. He says, wait, if I give a statement and I don't explain why this is true, just saying something that is true, it is racist? And I was shocked. That was the most shocking part to me. Josh said yes. If you just state a fact, that is a fact, 100% true, but you don't excuse it with all these things behind it, you're being racist.
It's not just,
that's amazing. Amazing that somebody would hold that position.
It's not him saying it. I mean, that, you know, Josh saying it is fine, because he has no voice, you know, he has no platform to really say anything. But when you've got the Amazing Atheist saying it,
yes,
the biggest YouTuber atheist on the planet, saying that black people should stop committing crimes as a racist statement, is ludicrous.
It's quite amazing, because if for example, if I'm in Chile and I say Chileans should stop committing crime, who's going to call me racist? It's the exact same comment. There's no difference.
And that's it's that level of cognitive dissonance that you just want to, these people just want to separate their thought out, because they want to be paternalistically racist towards black people. I don't get it.
I commented on
a lower standard. It drives me mental.
I commented on Devin's last videos about race, and I put 2 comments, and one of them was South Koreans are insanely better educated than any other race in the entire world. And then I put that in quotes, and then it's like I put like a 2-part conversation by myself in my own comment, and then below it I put, are you saying that all Koreans are educated?
All Koreans.
Are you saying all Koreans? And of course, if I said South Koreans are better educated, and they are the most educated people on the planet, it's the best, top number 1 education on the planet is Korea, and so it's completely accurate to say South Koreans are the most educated race in the entire world.
Yes.
Nobody is going to tell me after that comment, are you saying all Koreans are educated, or there's no stupid Koreans? Like no one's going to say that in that situation. But suddenly it becomes another truth, but I put in black and crime, and suddenly, are you saying it's all?
Yeah.
Of course I'm not saying it's all. In no other situation would I be saying it's all.
But we're having to, us as the non-regressives are having to put these little stupid caveats at the end of it. I'm not saying all people. I'm not saying all. But you have to add that at the end, because...
But that's the thing. It's like if you change the subject with the exact same phrase, you're not obligated to say that.
Yeah.
People know.
Like I said,
for example, one of the highest crime rates in the world in a country is Venezuela. If I said Venezuela has insanely more crime than any other country in the Americas, everybody would understand what I'm saying. Everyone. No one is going to tell me, are you saying all Venezuelans are criminals? No one's going to say that. But if I say black people aren't saying...
Nobody will have a clue. That's the thing, Lalo. Nobody would have a clue. We got Venezuela, who gives a shit?
Yeah. No one's going to accuse me of racism.
Yeah.
It's just true.
Like, what race is Venezuela? It's like, fuck. Dumbass son of bitches. I mean, oh, Christ almighty. These dumbass fucking shitbags, I swear. Lalo, what the hell are we going to do? What are we going to do? Lalo, you've got your new podcast starting. I'd like to be on that at some point. And
yeah, well, definitely. I mean, you probably like there's a lot of things I have to work out with it. I want to get it back on iTunes and things like that. But I think the name change was a good idea, because I'm going to be married to the name for a while if I keep doing this, and I will.
Well, I
wanted to have a good name and not a name that I'm going to regret later. So
Lalo Dagach.
Yeah, because it's more neutral. That I'm never gonna have problems with that name.
Exactly, it's never gonna change. So that's perfect. Yeah. And like we've talked about, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and now I'm once I get it all like good and up and running, and I'm gonna get like really good people on there. Ali Rizvi is now gonna be on there and all that. So I hopefully that'll bring good subscribers, and then I'll have all the time to there's a lot of people I've been talking with Fred Martin for a long time to do one with him, and there's a lot of people I want to do it with, and I'm gonna keep doing this. Definitely, I'm not stopping. I'm definitely not stopping.
Fuck, no
way.
I mean,
I love it.
You have a fantastic voice out there, and starting your new podcast with Ali is fantastic. I mean, you can't really get any better than that, because Ali knows so much. I heard him on that Joe Rogan podcast, and he just, man, I've listened to that 50-minute segment. I think it's like a 2-hour thing, isn't it, with Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
He's talking about Islam and stuff like that, and he knows his stuff, man.
Yeah.
And interesting as well. He explains things in a way that a Western mind can understand it.
Have you read any of his articles?
I read his Huffington Post article on, I think it was about 12 months old, and it was about
Islamophobia.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a great.
It might have been a different one. I don't know.
But I mean, the main thing is like he's also a very good writer. I mean, I was very happy. I wanted to ask him at some point to be on, and then just Luke kind of just like told him to be on, and he Ali Rizvi direct messaged me. He says, "Oh, let's do it next week." I was like, "Okay, great," because I admire him a lot. He's a good writer, and he seems like a very chill and smart guy.
I was totally turned on to him when he was on the Joe Rogan podcast. To be honest with you, just the way he spoke about Islam, he spoke in a way that I could understand it.
Yes. There are a few people watching. 12 people are watching. The chat is on, and Jenny McDermott is watching us and commenting.
Really? Oh, Jenny.
Oh, Jenny. Oh, Jenny.
Where's she at? I see her. Oh, I see her. Are you guys
friends with Vindicator?
You guys still friends with Vindicator? Yes, I am friends with Vindicator. Jenny. Oh, man. Yeah, no, I'm not going to direct any more hate towards Jenny whatsoever. She's just another person, so I'm not going to be a dick. There's no point. I'm not going to say anything nasty towards her whatsoever.
Why can't we all just get along?
Get along. Because some people can't. That's the thing, right? So people can't get along. But it doesn't mean we don't have to, I don't know. Fuck. I am in no place to hate anybody, really. You know? I've got my little YouTube channel going, and I'm going to support other YouTubers out there, and that's all I'm going to do. And like I have been doing for the last year or so, you know.
And you do that, yeah. You actually you bring in a lot of YouTubers from all around and put them all together, which I don't think a lot of people actually do that. You do that very well. It's not like there's a lot of other websites doing that.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I can sift through the bullshit pretty quick. Like Jenny, what she said. I heard he had a falling out with the ring. No, he didn't have a falling out with the ring. Sorry, Jenny, he didn't. Bless your little cotton socks. Yeah. No, fuck. We're all just normal people. It doesn't matter what you say, right? It doesn't make any difference what you say. But if you can deliver something in an reasonably entertaining way, and be at least somewhat knowledgeable about what you're talking about, that's the main thing. And add something to the conversation, not just be a Joshua Banco.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like what he did. That he instead of worrying about bringing subject matter out there and talking about more grittier issues, he took one phrase from Devin and turned that into a big video comparing him to Nazis. And what the hell is you shouldn't be out there trying to slam other YouTubers and just put Nazi symbols on them. That's what's the point of that? I understand that's what Devin is doing now, but Josh this guy had it coming.
Well, no, Devin's not doing that now. I mean,
but somebody picked a fight with him. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could relay that whole entire conversation back from day one, but
yeah, let's not do that.
It wasn't. No, and I'm not going to do that. It wasn't Devin attacking anybody. It really wasn't. I mean, if you want to be a dick towards Devin, then he'll be a dick towards you. But he'll do it 10 times over. It's not very productive.
No.
I know Devin would rather be doing things, attacking
young Turks.
Targets that are worth it. I mean, shit, he's playing chess with Cenk Uygur right now.
Is that really Cenk Uygur?
Yes, it is.
Are you sure? How you guys sure of that?
No, he's definitely Cenk Uygur.
Wow.
Yeah.
Funny. If it is Cenk Uygur, that's hilarious that they're playing chess. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think Devin's videos about the Young Turks were actually very effective. I think a lot of people out there were looking for videos that were taking down, Young Turks stories, and Devin was doing it better than most. And because you're not going to get that kind of video from TJ and Jacqueline Glenn, and there's too many out there who are really going at it like maybe Autopsy is.
Well, I think,
but then now it's all it became very distracting, the whole other story.
Oh, you mean with? Yeah, I mean, I do like Devon going after other individual YouTubers. I mean, the whole, the Young Turks thing needs to be done because it's the biggest YouTube channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
As, like a news source and things like that. So somebody needs to be addressing it, and I don't see anybody else doing it.
I mean, they do it maybe to a bit, but not like on a regular basis like Devon. But
yeah, I mean, fuck these people. I mean, they're so. It's the anti-white, it's the anti-white, the anti.
The anti, as Devon has said.
Yeah.
The anti. I'm anti.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I find it unnerving that these people have such a large platform and they're I would say targeting, but the demographic that they're applying their news to, and same as AJ Plus, is to the younger generation. And that's what they're going to think. They're going to think these things about Israel. They're going to think these things about Jews. They're going to think these things about black people. They're going to think these things about everybody else. And it's a scary thing because that's where they're getting the news from. It's not going to be from TV. It's going to be from YouTube. It's going to be from Twitter. It's going to be from these little 30-second clips that people post on Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, Reed or Humanist Aggressor. I think it's Reed, like on Twitter, who's asking this. But
do you think the Young Turks matter anymore? Yeah, they do.
In regards to Western secularism, like I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say they still matter. They still have a huge. I mean, the thing is, I debunked myself out of watching them. I used to watch them. I used to like them, and out of my sheer capacity of investigating and reading, I got myself out of like that circle. But there are a lot of people who just follow these kind of things blindly. And it's good that Devon is making videos on YouTube. I've been told I've been doing a good job of debunking them with my short clips on Twitter with them, and Cenk Uygur, I'm pretty sure, is afraid of me on Twitter at this point.
Well, I wouldn't say he's afraid of you, but I'm sure he's absolutely aware of you.
No. I have it actually on first-hand authority that he kind of, has pretty much left Twitter almost because of me. Somebody actually very close to him told me that. So
I can't imagine that he's going to leave Twitter. But I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's that we do have an impact.
That's amazing. I wouldn't have thought that. I would never have thought that when I first started doing this.
Well, I mean, people were saying that about Devon. Like, you make all these videos about, the Young Turks. How much, do you think Cenk has ever seen one of these videos? And I think Devon at the time said, well, probably, I don't know, maybe, probably not. But you might have seen one, but just ignored it.
No. I also have it on. I have it on good authority. He does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know he does.
And that makes me think. I mean, it makes me think. I don't know what it makes me think, really.
But that's what you're saying is true. It's like we do. Like I if you had asked me a year ago, like, if me and Chile is tweeting about Cenk Uygur, is that going to have an impact on him and his public? I would have said, oh, what the fuck? No way. Like, what am I going to have? Of course not. But now it's like I had a huge, actual impact on a lot. I don't know if it's it's not his full fan base, but it's I would say it's quite a lot of people.
Yeah, it's fuck. I mean, more so than what you could ever imagine. I think more so than what you could ever imagine. I mean, if you send like you say, you send these tweets out, and I do these tweets out and all that kind of shit, right? And obviously yours have way more impact than mine, but I don't know. You'd be surprised, I guess, would be the thing I could say there is, you would be surprised the effect that it has.
Yeah.
Because it's not just you, is it, Lalo? It isn't just you, and it's not just me, and it's not just Devon. It's
also the larger community sharing this. I mean, the only reason, if I tweet one tweet out when nobody was following me, it made no difference. The point is people saw it and they responded to it like, well, wait, Lalo's pointing this out, and this is fucked up. and I'm gonna retweet it, and you know the tweets.
Yeah, but it isn't. But it's not. Nobody knew who you were. Lalo is nobody. Lalo is nobody.
Yeah.
Now Lalo is somebody. Now Lalo.
But I started from like now. Everybody has to start from like that bottom point with everything you do.
Yes, but yeah, and it's the people that have no voice that think they have no voice. Or is the wrong?
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like when I started, it never occurred to me my objective is to get well known and have my tweets eventually take down Cenk Uygur. No, that was never an objective.
Yeah, it's not even to take down Cenk Uygur. It's just to make him admit to some things and
or at least piss him off.
Maybe change his maybe piss him off and maybe change his mind a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
because I don't hate the guy. I never even think Devin doesn't hate the guy. You know, it's just
I liked the guy for years. I really liked him. Yeah,
that's what he's trying to do. He's would you listen? And would you listen to what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all. That's what we're all saying is. Yeah. Please.
Yeah, I mean, this is something like Kyle Kalinske was tweeted at me the other day. He's like, "Well, you kind of have demonized Cenk, so you obviously are not going to agree with anything he says." And I was like, "Kyle, you're way off. Like, you think I demonize the guy and I hate him? This is a guy I used to watch regularly because I liked watching him. I liked watching Cenk. He was a guy who I would talk about to my family and friends. Oh, Cenk Uygur said this about politics, and it was something I would enjoy saying. He's a person I respected. I didn't like having to point out when he's wrong and call him a hypocrite. That didn't make me happy that to go after him on Twitter. I much rather he realized the errors he's making in judgment and the fallacies he's pushing out, and would go back to actually reporting in a really objective way. That I would prefer that. I don't think it's going to happen, but I would prefer that I had a better view on him. I would prefer that. I don't have animosity towards him.
I don't either. I mean, other than the Muslim sort of the Muslim apologist side of him, that really does annoy me. Because
I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't piss me off. He pisses me off. I wish it wasn't that way, because there's a lot of things that for many years he spoke about very well. And I wish I could continue to respect him. That's something I desire, but I can't because he pisses me off.
But that goes back to what we've been saying before, though, doesn't it? It's like, once we're agreeing with Ann Coulter,
yes,
it's like, where are we now? I mean, we're not left, we're not right, we're not. I don't know where the fuck we are.
Yeah,
So I'm getting some wind. I'm talking about my bottom. I'm getting some breeze.
Absolutely. Like I don't. It's the left is so fucked up now. I don't know how I can call myself left anymore. It's embarrassing.
Well, I'm not left. I'm like
left or liberal or progressive. Any of these words, it's just like you're associating with just weird.
It's like they're almost all poisoned.
Yes. It's the same thing with we were talking about before in the other hangout with feminism. Like who can honestly, unabashedly say that they're feminists with a straight face anymore? These whole, like, who would have thought that liberal would become so toxic?
Yeah. Fuck. I mean, I would. There's no way I would have imagined that even 3 years ago. I always thought being, especially when I moved to this country, I thought being a liberal and being towards the left would be liberating, literally liberating, and free thinking and all that kind of thing. Obviously, I knew I didn't believe in God, but so I would always be inclined to be towards the left. But as time's gone on, these last couple of years, fuck, the left is so toxic. It makes me want to be middle to the right or something. Not necessarily politically, but Christ, he's so weak, so limp-wristed, walk all over me type shit. No, it's not me whatsoever.
Have you ever heard do you know Phil Oakes, the singer?
Who did he sing? Who was
he
it?
was
Yes,
around, he was around the same time of Bob Dylan, but very like less well known. He had this song called "Love Me, I'm a Liberal." It's so great. I'll send it to you because This whole song is like because he's a liberal, right? Like he's like a Bob Dylan kind of figure at this around the same time. He's like a kind of country rock singer, and he's a liberal, but he has this song called "Love Me, I'm a Liberal." It's all about the hypocrisy of liberals.
We could play that right now.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, let me look for it and I'll play it.
Do it.
It's a great song.
I'm not working tomorrow, so I'm good. Play me some music, Lalo.
I mean, he just talks about how like liberals, you know, you say you're against racism, but then you're against black people living next door to you. You're in favor. You're against this, but you know, just everything is about the hypocrisy of his own party, and it goes so much further than like just Bob Dylan saying liberal things. No, you got to call out the shit in your own house. You know.
Is this a black? Is he a black guy or a white guy?
No, he's just a white boy. White
Is it a black guy? Okay.
I want to play
really,
it.
Okay, go. On vinyl, is it?
An outspoken group on many subjects. 10 degrees to the left of center in good times. 10 degrees to the right of center if it affects them personally. So here then is a lesson in safe logic. I cried when they shot Medgar Evers. Tears ran down my spine. And I cried when they shot Mr. Kennedy, as though I'd lost a father of mine. But Malcolm X got what was coming. He got what he asked for this time. So love me, love me, love me. I'm a liberal. Get it?
This is very good.
And I put down the old DAR. DAR, that's the dykes of the American Revolution. I love Harry and Sydney and Sammy. I hope every colored boy becomes a star. But don't talk about revolution. That's going a little bit too far. So love me, love me, love me. I'm a liberal.
Yeah,
I like that.
it's so ahead of its time.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the whole the what is it? The chorus of the song is like "Love me, I'm a liberal." That is exactly what we were talking about in the other hangout about, like how these social justice liberals are so happy with themselves, you know, and they're kind of like, you know, vanilla opinions about anything. Racism and things like that.
Well, about anything really.
Yeah,
it's like the one thing they don't want to do is offend somebody.
Yeah,
and I don't get that. I don't understand why anybody would be. So I'm getting some breeze. I don't understand why anybody would be afraid of conflict, and that's what I get. It's like people don't want to be in conflict with anybody.
Like in the song, like we just heard, he said, "You cried when they shot Medgar Evans, which was a black child who got shot, but you said Malcolm X had it coming." Like today, now, like Malcolm X is seen as a great revolutionary figure, but look at how they treat Ayaan Hirsi Ali. It's like, oh, you're in favor of Malala, you know, you're in favor of, like, you know, you're against oppression against women, but it could easily be applied what he says about Malcolm X now to Ayaan Hirsi Ali. But Ayaan Hirsi Ali comes to your university and you tell her to go away. Same thing. And this is like from the 60s. It's, you know, exactly the same thing was happening.
I see it as like ripples, like in a pond, basically. You know, you get these like impacts in human emotion, and these big deals that we have to like deal with, you know, like race and all these kind of things. And some people can make ripples and some people can't. And Ian can, and Sam Harris can, and you can, and Devin can, and all these other people can. And we all make these ripples going out. And sometimes they'll make an impact, and sometimes they won't. I mean, that's the way I see things, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, that makes sense. Like,
some people make bigger ripples than others.
Yeah, I mean, like, for example, like it didn't occur to me that just from my tweets, which are just tweets, we're talking about like 140 characters, and I've been doing it just a few months, that it would actually like have some kind of, you know, some kind of influence on people, or you know, that somebody like, you know, actually like Sam Harris would actually read it and pay attention. Like something is in those tweets that it never occurred to me that this wasn't like a planned thing to do. I was just, you know, vomiting my brain out on Twitter.
You were throwing the stone out on the pond.
Yeah.
If you want to be like philosophical about it, but that's what you're doing. You're throwing your ideas out. And if you look at Twitter as a whole, it's just a lot of people shouting.
Yes.
With not many people listening. Yeah. So if you can shout and be heard, then you're doing something more positive than just shouting into some vacant echo chamber.
Yeah, and I think also what you mean is like I think there's some people who are capable of articulating the feelings of large masses of people who can't articulate it themselves.
Correct.
You know, Sam Harris is articulating feelings that we all have. You know, we hear Sam Harris say something. It's like, yes, that's exactly what I've been thinking, but I didn't know how to formulate it into those words. And
and you'll get the chills. Like, yeah, that is exactly what I am, you know, thinking about.
Yes.
But you know, we're not all as intelligent as everybody else. I'm not as intelligent as many other people, and I'm willing to accept that.
I don't know if it's. I mean, it's not. I don't know if it's intelligence because.
Or articulation or whatever.
What I want to say is like it's not intelligence in the sense that I'm sure like you're very intelligent in what you do, and every person who is out there and the people we know on Twitter, I'm sure in something they do, they are extremely intelligent. I don't know, like maybe one of them is a mechanic. I don't know the first thing about how a car runs. Like my car breaks down, I call my friend immediately. My car just stopped working. Come help me. You know, I have no. I could lift up the hood and it just runs on magic.
I mean, I can change the tire. I can change I wouldn't say I can change the oil, but I can not on these new cars anyway.
But also like what I want to say is that Sam Harris is just a person who's intelligent in that one sense, that he can formulate ideas and speak them well. It doesn't make him an intelligent person versus everyone else. It's just he's good at what he does, is that one thing. Maybe he might be good at other things as well, but you know, that's why it's his job, because he's good at that.
Well, that's not his job. I think he's
it's giving ideas is his job. Well, you know,
I think he's found his own. Well, I think he's found his own niche.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, his wife Annika does the child thing, which if anybody's listening to this and you have kids, please listen to his wife Annika. She does this meditation thing for kids, which is I've listened to bits of it and it sounds amazing.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Well, you don't have kids.
So. Yeah.
So, but Sam, I mean, he's just found his voice. I don't know. But he's only saying it because that's what he feels. He wouldn't do it if he didn't feel that it was true, and it needed to be said. I don't think, you know, I mean, going back to what you're saying about intelligence and things, I don't think he's not, like I agree with you that he's not speaking it from intelligence. He's saying it because somebody has to. And he's good at saying it. Yes.
Yeah. He can form it because, like we were saying, like those ideas are not necessarily an original idea. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're ideas that, you know, already maybe thousands or millions of people hold already, but nobody knew how to formulate into like the right sentence in the right way.
Yeah.
You know, he can do that time after time.
Yeah. And it sounds such a basic thing to say.
Yes.
But he says it in such a way that many people can understand.
Yeah.
But that sounds such a dumb, basic thing to say.
Yeah. You outside?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I can mute my mic. I'm good at that.
Well, I don't know. What are we talking about? I feel like I'm obligated to talk now.
We were talking about Sam Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can end this. Don't worry about it.
No.
It will be forever recorded on my channel.
Yeah. I'm at a loss for words right now. Well, I'll just maybe I should mention like a funny comment I got on Twitter as soon as we started this. Kate,
I like it though that we're
Liz.
I don't give a shit because we're friends anyway. So
Yeah,
everybody else.
Liz, what did she say? She says because she had heard our first hangout, and then we started another one, and she's just like, "Oh my god, Lalo, get a girlfriend."
I know the people don't realize that we're friends, so fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
And it's on my channel, so it's not like anybody's ever going to watch it, so it doesn't really matter. So I don't care.
I think you'll be surprised, Anthony. I think if you keep doing this, I think you're going to kind of become popular. I really think so. Because you're enjoyable to listen to.
Sometimes
you are. Yeah. I mean, I've already heard like 3 times your debate with Josh. It's like, I think people you keep doing videos. I think you can become kind of a popular star on the interwebs.
On the interwebs. Yeah. Well, I can talk about things. I guess it depends. Sometimes I have to be prodded for questions and stuff. I can talk. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same way. That's why I made the channel the way I did instead of like the kind of talking to the camera way that Devin or Jacqueline Glenn or TJ does. This like I prefer to be in a conversation, because if I just set it up and I'm trying to talk to the camera, I don't think my ideas are going to come out as well.
Yeah. I mean, you have to be like. It's like you don't have to, if you start to subscribe to the idea that you've got people listening to you, right? And you have to somehow
entertain them.
Yeah. They're obviously listening to you for a reason, because you think, they can turn off at any time. Who cares? But you're still talking about what you want to talk about. And you're getting your ideas out there, and you're trying to, formulate ideas in a coherent manner that other people can understand and maybe subscribe to. But nobody's forcing anybody into doing anything. That's the part I like about it. And if people are attracted to it, then that's fine. If they're not, then that's fine too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe sometimes I would like to be led at some point with the conversation. I don't like to always lead the conversation. It's somewhat tiring and a little bit tiresome, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, but it makes sense. But I think when we talk, it's like you're not that forced to lead the conversation.
No, I'm not talking about me and you, pal. It's like I don't even realize now. Like, this is going to be recorded to my channel, which is fine. But I don't expect anybody to ever listen to it. If they want to do, that's fine. But fuck, we've got better things to do, right?
Apparently, that's the funny thing, is that I'm really surprised when we do these hangouts and they're very long. You see the amount of people on there, and it's just like, wow, dude, people have a lot of time.
Oh man, that 5-hour hangout that we did,
like 100 people watching.
2,500. It said 2,500 views on my channel.
That's amazing. And it's like people don't have, like, what is it? I think Liz said this the other day when we were doing a hang. It's like, don't people have Netflix or something? Like, don't they have like shows to watch? Like, they can watch a 5-hour hangout of just people talking shit. Amazing.
But I know when I was younger, when my mom was still alive, I used to love listening to the radio when it was just 2 people or a group of people, a group of people talking.
Yeah, I think there is value in it in the sense that it's more raw, it's more real. You know, it's not this prepared kind of glossed up, you know, avoiding certain subjects kind of thing that you're just gonna get like really sincereness out of it, especially if the people talking are very sincere about their opinions, like you and I think Devin are, and Drew, you know, like you guys are very upfront about what you think, and you're not scared. It's like, oh well, I'm not gonna say this, I'm gonna avoid this subject because I might be called a racist, so let's play it safe. It's like,
yeah, like I'm hoping for subscribers or something like that.
Yeah,
nothing like that. But I mean, it's nice to obviously living in Texas and being from England, it's nice to be able to spout, you know, just to fucking say what I think, because, you know, it's not like I can say it when my wife's family's around. You know, I have to vent it somewhere.
Well, the same thing happens to me. Is just like everything we talk about in these videos on Twitter, in the Hangouts, all this stuff. Like, nobody in Chile wants to talk about this. Like, nobody even knows about 95% of the shit we talk. So it's like I read about this stuff all the time, and it's just, I had no outlet for it.
Yeah, and I find it very cathartic. Is it cathartic?
Cathartic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, I find it cathartic as well. I find it educating as well.
Yeah, well, definitely. I'm obviously talking to you, Lalo. I mean, fuck. But other people, like Devin, I guess, he's a bit of a dick. But yeah. I could say that and not get banned. That'll be No, it's fucking chuffed, man. I woke up this morning and I checked my iPad, and Patrick had sent me a direct message saying that Devin had got his strike removed. So that was the first I heard about it.
Yeah, I'm very happy for Devin that he got his strikes removed.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That was a funny
He can do
story.
his long videos. He doesn't have to break them up into 2 parts now.
It's not that. The whole Joshua thing's done. I'm done with it.
Oh, yeah. He won over Joshua.
I still have to do part 3, though.
Are you going to... Oh, is there part 3?
Yeah. I guess.
You don't sound excited about it.
It doesn't really sound like that, does it?
It sounds like you don't want to even want to do it.
Fuck, he's such a boring bastard. I might not. I don't know.
I like the second part more, especially when you, because the second part had the part in there where he starts talking about how a rape is a mental illness, and then you say, well, are you saying then black people are more mentally ill than white people? He's just like, oh fuck, and you can see it's just like, oh shit, I fucked up.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful moment in YouTube history.
Is that the juggling where he puts his hands like and
you repeated it 3 times in that video, which made it better.
So I mean, yeah, I think I don't know. I might do a part 3. Shit, I don't know. Well, I don't know. What does everybody think? If everybody, fuck everybody.
Let's see.
The 11, 16 people that are viewing. Should I do a part 3?
Well, we'll see.
I say 2 minds. Probably 1 mind. Ashley says, what?
Listening while gaming.
Oh, okay.
We only have half our attention.
Yeah.
Not that people are just listening; they're commenting. Jesus, don't you people have lives into listening to just 2 assholes that talk nonsense?
It must be somewhat entertaining.
I guess.
It must be. I'm watching the chat now. Golden L says, "Yeah." Is this what drunken peasants do?
I guess, but they're more annoying when they do it. Who watches that crap? God.
I'd rather, taking part in it, I guess, would be entertaining. As long as you're getting shouted over.
Yeah.
Ashley says, girlfriend. All right. I don't know what to say to that.
Is there another Chilean in there? Fallen Angel? Is he Chilean?
But I'm not the only Chilean that worries about these issues. Fallen Angel looks like a Chilean.
What does a Chilean look like?
Can I just say for the record, right, that I can only do live chat because Lalo told me how to do it. That is the absolute truth, right?
Yeah, we did a walkthrough on Skype to teach you how to activate the live chat.
Because I'm such a fucking dummy. So we're both reading the chat now, right?
Yeah. That's kind of it's kind of ridiculous. People are chatting and we're listening to us, and what we're doing is not saying anything while reading the chat.
The worst hangout ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I am Lalo. Oh, is he also a Lalo? Which is, my name isn't actually that uncommon in Latin America.
No, I get Lalos all the time at work.
Do you?
Oh yeah, well, all the time. I probably get 2 a week.
But they're all Latino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Mexican, I guess.
Did you just compare me to Mexican?
I'm just comparing you to a thief. No, I'm joking. No, we get a lot of South Americans.
When I was in the United States, the one time I was in a car, we were going to clubbing, and it was all white guys, and somebody made I think it was a joke about Mexicans, and they said, "Sorry, Lalo, about laughing at Mexicans." I was like, "What are you talking about? It's not even the same continent as Chile."
Dude, I get that all the time.
I said, "I'm Chilean. We hate Mexicans. What are you talking about?"
Fuck. Americans are so dumb, right? Americans are so dumb. No, fuck, dude. Right. They'll say, so where are you from? I'll go, well, where do you think I'm from? Well, I think you're from Australia. I'll say, well, no, I'm from England. They'll go, well, I'm close. Well, no, you're not. You're as far away as you could ever get from England. Almost. You could get to New Zealand, and then you're as far away from England as you can ever get. And the Americans, fucking hell, so idiots. Most of them. Well, all of them. Usually.
It would bug me too, the apologetics behind it. Like, only in America will people apologize after asking where you're from. Like, oh, where are you from? I don't mean to be offensive. What? Why would you be offensive?
Something in the slightest.
Yeah.
No. No, I've got so many stock stories that I have to tell people.
Like what? Tell me one.
Well, how me and my wife met, or how I ended up in Odessa, Texas.
Tell me about how you met your wife. Let's start there.
We met online.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we met in 2005 or 2000.
What medium?
Match.com, but it wasn't Match.com at the time. Well, it wasn't Match.com for me.
What does that mean?
Well, from her perspective, it was Match.com. When she logged on to a computer, it was Match.com. But from my perspective, it was some random fucking website. And I put this tagline because I was like hawking myself on a website because I was single and stuff. And I put this tagline that when the beer runs out, it's time to go home. But I'd stolen the tagline from a roommate that was living with me at the time. I'd seen it and I grabbed it, like, verbally.
Yeah.
And I stuck it as a tagline on my thing. And Rebecca, my wife, liked it. And she was attracted to this tagline that I'd stolen.
Well, if that's the tagline she was attracted to, she sounded like a keeper.
That's what she said. So, that was in 2006 or whatever, and then she came over to England for a week, and we got on really well. And then she came over for 6 months, and we got on even better. And then,
how long ago was this?
That was 2006. 2005. We got married in 2006, and it all went from there. And then we got 2 kids and etc. etc. But it's really weird how things can work out. You can you can be on your own or living on your own 1 year, and then the next year you're living in an entirely different country and having a really good life. It's very strange how life can work out. But
so what was it? So I know what attracted her to you, but what attracted you to her?
She lived in America.
Did you just marry her for the visa?
Of course I did.
You're basically like a Mexican woman.
Yeah, misquote me. No, just not. She's just not like somebody from England. She's not an English girl whatsoever. If that makes sense.
I guess. That's funny. What do you like about her? She's just not from England. That was the attraction. She's just not English.
Yeah, she's not some English.
Because it sounds like almost anybody would have settled for somebody. She was just the first woman who talked to me who wasn't English. I just you asked her to marry me. Got the fuck out of here.
Thanks for completely misrepresenting me, Lalo.
No, I know what you mean. You mean like she seemed so different, maybe from what you were used to, or
yeah,
or they didn't have the bad characteristics that you feel from like your culture.
Yeah, everything what you just say.
Everything.
No, yeah, no, just not lay down, fucking take any old shit. Like strong, you know what I mean? Like character sort of strong. Which I'm not saying you can't get that in England, but fuck, where I'm from in England, the slapper ratio is very high.
I love that term, slapper. She's a slapper.
Yeah, and my wife's not. So, but
you guys have such great insults.
Oh man, fuck yeah, I can throw them out. No, she's no, my wife's awesome. She's amazing. She's a fantastic wife and a fantastic mother.
What was the other thing you said it was a story, like how you got to Texas?
Well, I flew here on a plane.
Had you ever flown before? Or was that the first time?
No, are you kidding me? Is that the first time I'd ever flown on a plane? Lalo, right? No, I traveled extensively prior to. No, I'd been to America before as well.
Yeah. Did you feel like you wanted to live in the US when you had been before?
Yes, yeah. I was here in 1990. I went to Chicago for 3 weeks or 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and we stayed. Me and an ex-girlfriend stayed with a Chicago family. We had an amazing time. We went to Sears Tower and went to the top of Sears Tower and did all the touristy things, but we sort of lived an American lifestyle for a couple of weeks, and I absolutely loved it. And
how was it different from what you were used to?
It seemed a lot freer, and a lot better weather. Really, a lot better weather.
Weather in England is
no.
really bad.
I mean, it sounds kind of funny, right? You think, oh well, the weather's kind of shit, but it's so shit that it depresses you. And I don't mean like clinically depresses you want to blow your brains out, but it's just shit weather every fucking day. Anybody who's from England will agree. Anybody listening to this right now, listening to this sentence, will nod their head in agreement that the weather in England is shit. Anytime you ever want to do anything fun outside, you can guarantee it's going to fucking piss it down. It will piss it down, and it'll piss it down forever. It won't just piss it down for like an hour. It'll just rain and rain and rain and rain for 24 hours straight.
I mean, I've lived in like places that have like horrible weather and fantastic weather. Like in Santa Barbara in California was the most amazing weather I'd ever lived, and it makes a huge difference in your life.
Yeah,
huge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't mind a mixture of weather. A mixture of weather is great. But if it just rains and it's just grey skies all the time, it gets boring. And that's all it ever is in England. When you get those sunny days, English people go nuts. It's like they will deliberately go to B&Q and start buying barbecues and stuff. No, I'm not talking gas grills like we've got here, but like these, throwaway like tin foil barbecue things where you can grill a few sausages outside because it's not raining. it's like 3 days a year it doesn't rain.
There's literally like 13 people really late at night listening to two guys talk about the weather right now instead of doing anything else. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Well, don't be nasty to him.
Yeah, I know. I love you guys.
I love you too.
Yeah.
I've got out at 9.
Yeah, somebody logged on. They probably said, "Fuck Lalo." I'm gone. Fuck you, Lalo. God damn it! Making fun of me listening to you.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. It feels like a radio show or something.
Yeah.
Like there's no, there can't be no like awkward gaps.
Yeah. Is somebody in the chat? I think is there AVI Jimmy Dore? That's my trigger, by the way. Get rid of that picture, Jimmy Dore. Is that Jimmy Dore? Or is that you? Looks like Jimmy Dore.
Let me go through the screen.
God, I hate Jimmy Dore. And since Devin pointed out the tongue thing, I can't unsee it. I never noticed it until he pointed it out. Now I can't stop seeing it.
Oh, Minibar's in there. Anthony. Hello.
That's the one I was saying is looks like Jimmy Dore. Is that not Jimmy Dore?
Well, I'm saying Minibar 73. We know who he is. We know who Ashley is. Golden Owl. I don't know who Fallen Angel is. Hubble delete. What the fuck? Fallen Angel.
Oh.
I don't know. Everybody needs to subscribe to me on YouTube because I need more subscribers than Canadian Atheist.
How many does Canadian Atheist have?
700.
Oh, does he?
He did have. He's probably got 701 now.
Oh, Fred told me recently. He's like, you guys check out CJ Werleman's subscriber rate on YouTube. 14. 14, and it's not like a recent channel. It's like from like a whole year old.
CJ Werleman.
CJ Werleman, 14 subscribers.
What, his YouTube channel?
Yeah.
He has a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it has his
podcast. We should all
subscribe.
We should subscribe.
He has like a podcast that he does regularly with like Reza Aslan is on there and a bunch of people and 14 subscribers.
And he has 14 subscribers.
14.
I've got like 500 and something.
How do you, like it's impossible to have like that few. How can you do that? Like just from bots and like fake accounts, at least you'll get like 50 subscribers or something.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
God.
It's amazing.
Yeah, well, we need to subscribe. We could go on his channel.
Maybe, yeah.
Me and you, we could talk to CJ.
Well, I could ask him. I DM with him. I was direct messaging with him tonight.
Is it to what end though?
Well, it's entertaining.
You like him?
No, no. I don't. I mean, do I like what he does or what he says? No, but it's good to have communication with people on the other side of the argument.
True. Is he going to come to Vegas?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Partying with CJ Werleman. I want to.
Are you going to come to Vegas?
In December, right?
Yes.
Oh, I want to go.
Fucking come then.
Yeah, I have to save money. The problem is I spent a lot of money on dumb shit recently.
Dude, you make $3,000 a month off your YouTube channel. Come on, we all know this.
What?
You got that secret Patreon account.
What? When did this happen?
Remember we had that conversation?
Dude, it would be so awesome to go to Vegas with you and Devin. Oh my god, how much fun would that be?
I'm going, dude.
I know you're going. I want to go too.
I'm driving as well. I'm having a 14-hour road trip.
Oh, you guys must be so much fun in a strip bar.
No,
Jesus.
Well, I'm driving on my own. I'm going to be on my own. I don't think my wife can. I don't think Rebecca's going to make it. So it's probably just going to be me on my own. Driving
I can't even imagine the three of us and actually like in Vegas, all drunk. The shit we would talk. Oh my god,
dude! I'm going to vlog all the way there.
You should do the Periscope thing.
Yeah, what's that Periscope thing?
Periscope is like, it's really popular now. It's like
you say that's popular. I don't know what it is. So
I just found out about it, but apparently it's very popular.
I saw you signed up for it. So
yeah,
what it is.
I think I believe it's from Twitter, but it's a separate app where you're just basically giving a live feed through your phone to anybody who has it, a video. It's like, but it's live at the time. And through your phone.
Sounds terrible.
Yeah, but it's becoming very popular now. Just like, I'm periscoping right now.
Yeah.
But if you did that while you're in Vegas with Devin, oh my god, that'd be just fucking. I think you guys would get so many views from that.
That's a shame doing that crap.
No.
Well, you can't. Am I right in thinking you can't take pictures inside a casino?
That's true. I think you're right about that. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you are. Yeah. That's right.
Somebody will tell me. I'm sure somebody lives in Vegas.
No. I think I'm almost sure that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can. I'll do a Jacqueline Glenn all the way there if I'm driving.
What is it like? Plagiarize? What is the Jacqueline Glenn?
Vlog.
To vlog. Oh.
Duck face. Yeah. I'll
the
vlog.
duck vlogging. Oh my god.
I'm sure her vlogs are original. Her vlogs must be original. If she's in them.
She's in them.
So they're somewhat original. Somewhat original. She's actually in them, saying original words.
I almost felt bad for her when she was admitting to plagiarizing in front of the drunken peasants.
Yeah, I heard some. Yeah, I heard something that she was getting absolutely ripped, and I've yet to.
No, she didn't exactly get ripped, but it was really sad because she admitted to it. She said, like, she had basically, copied these people's videos, and TJ was just like, yeah, I'm like really disappointed in you because that's like really messed up, man. Because even TJ, like he's not going to excuse like people like, plagiarizing other people's videos because he's a guy who I imagine he takes a lot of pride in his videos. He's been doing it for a long time, at least. But like, I mean, you even talked about that. Like, he's been doing this for a long time, and he was doing it when
he has been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. So I imagine he would also take offense if somebody was, ripping off his videos as well.
I don't really think he'd care if somebody was ripping off his videos. Not when you're that big. Like, who cares?
Yeah, and he actually pointed that out to Jacqueline. Like, you didn't really, or maybe it was after she was gone. He said, like, she didn't really have to do that. Like, she has such a huge fan base already. She can just talk about whatever. It didn't really matter. And
that's what she was doing. When she literally was just talking about whatever.
Yeah, but it's amazing. Like, having like whatever video she puts up, she's gonna get immediately in the same day like 10,000 views. And so
but have you noticed that she only ever gets into trouble when she engages actual real life subjects? If she sticks to masturbation videos or atheism versus agnosticism and things like that, subjects that are not contentious in any way, then she's safe. But if she engages in a subject that, like the Charleston shooting or the Vesta Flanagan shooting or black crime or anything like that, engages in anything that anybody would ever have an opinion on, she gets so much shit for it because she's either ripped it off somebody else or she's talking absolute vacuous shit.
Well, I think that's why the best people you're going to find online are the people who don't have the largest following. They're going to have a significant small following that's solid. Like their followers are like really into that person, but it's not a lot of people because that's the best person because they're saying really controversial stuff that's going to piss off really large groups of people. But there are some people who are going to listen to them that, yes, somebody's actually telling the truth. And
but they're not just saying it. Yeah, but they're not just saying it just to be contentious. They're not just saying it just to be.
There's a truth. There's a very strong truth there that other people are not saying.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that would be the only reason why I would ever do another like response video to somebody. I'm not saying it would be to Jacqueline Glenn, but if I ever did something like it would be because it riled me up so much that would have to.
And for that, it would have to be something good to a degree, at least. Like it can't be just like any shit. Like there has to be like some content in there that you feel like it's necessary to actually respond to.
Yes, that somebody already hasn't done it way better than me, which is difficult, in this day and age. But I wouldn't go out looking for it either, because I'm not looking for subscribers. It's nice to get them.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah,
nice
I mean, I'm happy to get them, but I'm happy to lose them as well. Like if I get 100 subscribers in a day, great. If I lose 100 subscribers because I talk shit about Chomsky or Jank or whatever, I'm happy that they're gone too.
Yeah, you just wheat from the chaff, and it's.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's fucking hell. It's like a minefield. But it's still fun.
Somebody asked, why does the Hangout have 2 downvotes?
Jenny McDermott.
Jenny McDermott. Oh yeah, somebody said it was Jenny McDermott.
Jenny McDermott. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, why don't everybody here just like vote it down? No, I'm kidding. Vote it up.
Too late.
Yeah.
Dead. I don't know. Anyway, we can wrap this up, pal.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's leave it here. If not, people are gonna say like, well, why don't these people have lives?
Well, yeah. Well, it's my day off, and I'm off tomorrow as well, so I might do another one. So fuck everybody.
Well, if you do another one, I'll be on.
Yeah, I know you
off tomorrow too.
Oh, nice one. Okay, yeah. We'll do it again when we're more awake.
Okay. Cool.
Thank everybody. I appreciate
thank you guys for watching. Now it's up to 15 actually. It went up. It went up. It's amazing.
I'm hovering over the X button. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Nah, fuck it. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, good night. See you guys tomorrow, maybe.
Bye.
Bye.